All right, good morning, day 11. Getting on the Camino. There's somebody walking right by up there. It's raining, so I'm gonna get an opportunity to use the new poncho. And I slept in a little bit since I was in a hotel, and it's at 7:45. Since it's already light out, I'm gonna give you the would you rather right out of the gate so I can get started in the rain and not have to pull this out too much. So today's would you rather is, would you rather have the opportunity to have dinner with and speak to Pope John Paul II or Martin Luther? So the founder of the Protestant Reformation, or probably the most influential pope in my lifetime, although when I guess early on, whoever did Vatican II was probably pretty influential in the Catholic Church, but I think Pope John Paul II appointed more cardinals than any other pope before him. So one of those two guys, but looks like lots of pilgrims are already out, so I'm gonna get moving. I got like 19 miles to go today. So I will see you down the road when it stops raining. Heading out of Burgos. Rain's letting up a little bit, but it's still coming down a little, so I decided to keep the poncho on for a while more. It's supposed to light up later today. Cool little reflecting pond. Nice. Four miles in, it is still raining. Overcast. Coming over an overpass on the big highway. There's just a line of pilgrims. Kind of like ants all marching in the same direction. I've got a little water on the lens. All right, time to dry it off and put it away for a while. Just letting you know, nothing's changed in here. But the new poncho is working muy bueno. Coming into, about a little over 6 miles in, coming into Tardeos. It's been all flat. Rain stopped just a little bit ago. I still have the poncho on. Everybody's got their ponchos on today. It doesn't look like a nice weather day, but it's not terrible, so I'll take it. A little map of Spain. Not a lot going on out here today. Everybody's just moving along. Rabe de la Calzadas. That's what we're coming into now. Looks like there's a big church up there. Let's go. Hello, hello. Just stopped for a cup of coffee in this little town. I forget what its name is already. Stopped raining, so I took the poncho off. It's hanging off the back of the backpack, trying to dry a little bit. Very gray day and a little chilly, but I was sweating inside the poncho, so I figure once I start moving, I'll warm up. And I think I have like 11 miles to go. I forget the town. Hontanas is where I'm heading today. It's almost a 20-mile day. Got a couple long days going across what's called the Mesata, which is apparently a pretty flat, kind of like savanna area. But had the chance to get to Leon by Good Friday, so I thought that would be cool to be there. And I got a hotel booked Friday night. I'm gonna take a rest day Saturday. Maybe try to do Easter Mass either Saturday night, Easter Vigil, or Sunday morning. So we will see. Keep pushing on in a gray day. See ya. Well, took it off and it started raining again. It's like a pretty steady, heavy mist. So it's enough that you're gonna get soaked if you don't have this on. So put it back on it took like 30 seconds and didn't have to fight with it like I did the other poncho. So I'm loving the new poncho. Not loving the weather, but as my son's rowing coach, Coach Bob, once said, there's no such thing as bad weather, just the wrong gear. So I've got the right gear now, so it's all good. See ya. All right, coming into Hontanas del Camino, which in the Byerly guidebook is the end of a stage. Now here's the third car on the Camino this morning. I don't know where these cars are driving to. There's nothing going on in here. Anyway, going in Hontanas del Camino. Trying to see if there's a coffee shop open, get another coffee, and rest a little bit for the last 6 miles. Pulling into Hontanas del Camino. It's Sunday, so I don't know what's going to be open. I'd like to find a spot to buy another drink, eat some of the cheese and chorizo that I bought yesterday. Some day-old bread, real pilgrim lunch. See if we can find something here. Well, there was only one bar open in Hontanas. There's like 5 guys in there. I think they were hiking together, being pretty loud. There was a TV on that had some kind of a rock concert going on and it was loud. So I was like, you know, this isn't what I was looking for to sit down and relax. So skipped it, and I think that's the last spot for like 6 miles. So here's what it is, but here's our view. There's the trail. Stopped raining for a little bit. Well, here comes a motorcycle. I think there's a lot of people that are getting shuttled between these sections here. That's not a bad way to do a Camino, I guess. Interesting. All right, let's keep going. Just a little view here, a couple miles outside of Hontanas, crossing some road here, but it's flat. It stopped raining. It's super cloudy. Black flies are out. They're driving me nuts, and it's super muddy, And there's a bunch of cars and trucks. I don't know what they're for. Back there were some people out of the cars. Off to the side, there was like a little hill, not even a hill, like 10-foot elevation with a bunch of rocks, and people were over there checking something out, but they weren't pilgrims, they were like locals, it looked like, and came back, and now that van right in front of me is backing up down the road, and there's a bunch of vans further down, so I don't know what's going on here. Look crazy. The sun's actually peeking out for a second, but yeah, here's some of the mud. It's been a little tricky. A couple miles to go. I'll be glad when this day's done. Hasn't been all that spectacular, to be honest, but you have days like that, right? Let's go. All right, here we are coming into Hontanas. I think it's Hontanas, but we're finally here. I think that's my albergue, right 100 meters down. Just past Linda from Southern Illinois, outside of St. Louis. I met her and Bernadette 2 nights ago at the albergue I was at. They stayed in somewhere else in Burgos last night, so she made pretty good distance. But let me see if this isn't it. This is a private albergue. I'm staying at the municipal albergue today. Let me get a little closer, go see if I can find it. All right, before I find my albergue, I better do the would you rather. So would you rather get a chance to meet talk to Pope John Paul II or Martin Luther. My Irish Catholic grandfather's going to roll over in his grave, but I'm going with Martin Luther. Primarily because I think he's a more historically significant person. I think 500 years from now, they will know him. He'll be more historic than John Paul II was. And so I'd just like to understand a little bit more about that era. I don't understand. There's a car passing me. Whoa, slipped and fell. It was all dangerous. But that's what I'm going with. Martin Luther for interview, dinner, get a chance to talk to. See ya.